Fourier transform of standard signals, Fourier transform of periodic signals, properties of Fourier transforms, Fourier transforms involving impulse function and signum function, and finally introduction to Hilbert transform, and we'll do some problems related to the above topics. So it is full of second unit is full of problems. So small concept will be there and problems related to that concept. So we have to do number of problems here. We will do a number of problems here. Okay. Next, introduction to Fourier series. Here, here if we take Fourier analysis. What is Fourier analysis? Fourier analysis is a useful tool for representing the signal as well as analysis of the system performance in frequency domain, not time domain. So here we are analyzing the system performance as well as representing the signal in frequency domain. So Fourier analysis is a useful tool for representing the signal as well as analyze the system performance in frequency domain. Here the signal characteristics can be represented in terms of amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum. What is meant by amplitude spectrum? Here the spectrum will be drawn between amplitude versus frequency, that is called amplitude spectrum, and the spectrum will be drawn between phase angle versus frequency, that is called phase spectrum. Amplitude spectrum is drawn between amplitude and frequency. Phase spectrum is drawn between phase angle and frequency. So frequency domain analysis of systems provides many advantages over time domain analysis of systems. Suppose if we take convolution property, convolution in time domain becomes a simple multiplication in frequency domain. So convolution, we have to apply the formula and doing analysis of the convolution in time domain, whereas it will become simply multiplication, simple multiplication. A convolution B in time domain becomes A dot B in frequency domain. So frequency domain is more advantageous than time domain. So frequency domain analysis of systems provides many advantages over time domain analysis of system, like convolution in time domain becomes frequency in simple multiplication in frequency domain. So frequency domain is very easier one. It is advantageous than time domain. So convolution in time domain becomes multiplication in frequency domain. Next, coming to the periodic signal representation of Fourier series. So here we have two forms of Fourier series. First one is trigonometric form, and second one is exponential form. Trigonometric form and exponential form. So first of all, we will discuss about the trigonometric form. So trigonometric form is here we are considering m of t. M of t is arbitrary periodic continuous time signal. M of t is periodic. If m of t is periodic, in the sense we have to, it has to satisfy the formula m of t equal to m of t plus t naught. That is equation number 1. Here reciprocal of the time period, that is nothing but f naught equal to 1 by t naught. Is it not? So here we are taking m of t as a arbitrary function, arbitrary periodic continuous time signal, that is m of t. M of t is, it is periodic in the sense it has to satisfy the condition m of t equal to m of t plus t naught, where t naught is fundamental period and f naught is fundamental frequency, which is represented by reciprocal of the t naught, that is f naught equal to 1 by t naught. So any arbitrary signal m of t can be represented as a combination of DC component and AC components. Here for any signal we have only one DC component, and we have several number of AC components. So here also our m of t is a arbitrary periodic continuous time signal, can be represented as a combination of DC component and sinusoids of fundamental frequency f naught and its higher harmonics. These are all sinusoids are called AC components, alternating current components. DC component means direct current component. So here we are representing this m of t as a combination of DC component and AC components. So AC components related to harmonics, sinusoids of fundamentals are also called as harmonics. So we have first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic. Like this, we have higher order harmonics are there. So if f naught is the first harmonic, 2f naught is the second harmonic, 3f naught is the third harmonic, 4f naught is fourth harmonic. Like this, we have n number of harmonics, n f naught. We have n f naught. So we can represent this arbitrary function m of t in terms of DC component as well as AC components. So higher order, higher harmonics. So it is represented as a naught. A naught is DC component, and A1 cos 2 pi f naught t plus A2 cos 2 pi f naught t plus A3 cos 2 pi f naught t, in the same manner, plus b1 sin 2 pi f naught t plus b2 sin 2 pi f naught t plus b3 sin 2 pi f naught t. Like this, we can write AC component in the form of AC component, that is higher harmonics, that is f naught, 2f naught, 3f naught. So f naught is combination of cos and sine components. 2f naught is also combination of cos and sine components. 3f naught is also combination of sine and cos components. So finally, mathematically, it is represented as m of t equal to a naught plus a1 cos 2 pi f naught t plus a2 cos 2 pi f naught t plus b1 sin 2 pi f naught t plus b2 sin 2 pi f naught t. So suppose if omega naught is 2 pi f naught, that is angular frequency which is measured in radians. So omega naught equal to 2 pi f naught. So replace this 2 pi f naught by omega naught, so that this equation becomes m of t, arbitrary signal m of t equal to a naught plus a1 cos omega naught t plus a2 cos omega naught t plus dash 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 plus b1 sin omega naught t plus b2 sin omega naught t. This can be represented as m of t equal to a naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. This is treated as equation number 2. Here, equation number 2 is periodic with fundamental period capital T naught. Capital T naught. Okay. So, is it clear? Next, coming to the from equation number 1, A naught, ANs and BNs give the following representation. Here, A naught is nothing but the amplitude of DC component. ANs are amplitudes of corresponding cosine components, and BNs are amplitudes of corresponding sine components. See here, AN and BN. So this AN are amplitudes of cosine components. Why? Because it is cos term. And Bn is amplitudes of sine components, and A naught is amplitude of DC component. Okay, so there are determined. So here A naught, An and Bn are determined by using the formulas A naught equal to 1 by T naught integral T naught to T naught plus T naught m of t dt, where m of t is arbitrary signal. And similarly, an equal to 2 by t naught into integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t cos n omega naught t dt. Similarly, bn equal to 2 by t naught integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t sin n omega naught t dt. This entire thing is treated as equation number 3. So these three are called Fourier coefficients. A naught, an and bn. These three are called Fourier coefficients. So here, this periodic signal, we have to find out the Fourier coefficients. What are the Fourier coefficients here? A naught, an, bn. What is a naught? A naught is amplitude of DC component. What is an? These are amplitudes of, why? Because it is a suffix n. So an is amplitudes of cosine components. Okay, amplitudes of corresponding cosine components, and bn's are amplitudes of corresponding sine components. So these can be expressed as a naught is expressed as 1 by t naught into integral t naught to t naught plus capital T naught m of t dt, and an is 2 by t naught into integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t cos n omega naught t dt, and bn equal to 2 by t naught into integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t sin n omega naught t dt. Okay, the trigonometric Fourier series expansion of m of t can be expressed by the equation. See, m of t is equal to a naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. So this can be written in polar form. This is trigonometric Fourier series form. This can be written for our convenience. We will write this in polar form, which is more compact and meaningful representation, which is given by polar form. The above equation, the trigonometric Fourier series expansion equation in polar form can be represented as m of t equal to s naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity Sn cos n omega naught t minus phi n. So this entire expression can be represented in polar form as equation number 4, that is s naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity Sn cos n omega naught t minus phi n. For our convenience, it is more meaningful, it is a more compact form rather than this Fourier series expansion form. So we can convert this into polar form, which is more compact and easily understandable. Okay, for our convenience, we will convert this Fourier series expansion form into polar form, that is s naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity Sn cos n omega naught t minus phi n, where s naught is a naught and Sn is square root of an square plus bn square, and phi n is minus tan inverse of bn by an. So I will do some proof regarding to the conversion of Fourier series expansion to the polar form. So this is our basic arbitrary signal form, that is m of t. We will derive this proof from this expression to this expression. So m of t equal to a naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. This is our basic equation. So consider any arbitrary interval of signal m of t, that is m of t is, this is the basic signal, m of t is an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. So divide and multiply this equation by square root of an square plus bn square. So divide and multiply this entire expression, that is RHS side, right hand side of this equation. So m of t becomes an by square root of an square plus bn square into cos n omega naught t plus bn by square root of an square plus bn square into sin n omega naught t whole into square root of an square plus bn square. Understood? So here we are dividing and multiplying this entire equation, that is RHS side of this equation with square root of an square plus bn square. So this an, bn and square root of an square plus bn square will form a right angle triangle with angle phi n. So an and bn are sides. Square root of an square plus bn square is this one. Okay, corner. So an square plus bn square and an plus bn will form a right angle triangle with angle phi n. So from this expression we can write the expressions for sin phi n equal to, sin phi n is bn by square root of an square plus bn square, and cos phi n equal to an by square root of an square plus bn square, opposite side by hypotenuse, side by adjacent side by hypotenuse. So equation 5 becomes, so m of t equal to an by square root of an square plus bn square is nothing but cos phi n. Cos phi n into cos n omega naught t plus sin phi n into sin n omega naught t whole into square root of an square plus bn square. That is equation number 6. Okay, equation number 6. Next, so here it is in the form of cos A cos B. Equation number 6 is in the form of cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is nothing but cos A minus B. Cos A minus B equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So we can replace this formula into cos A minus B, that is cos n omega naught t minus phi n whole into, here square root of an square plus bn square is nothing but Sn. Okay, where Sn is square root of an square plus bn. So and phi n equal to minus tan inverse of bn by an. So equation number 6 indicates that the time domain signal m of t can be represented in frequency domain by its amplitude spectrum. What is meant by amplitude spectrum? It is the spectrum between amplitude and frequency, and phase spectrum. Phase spectrum is nothing but it is the graph between spectrum between phase angle and frequency. Okay, here a naught, an and bn are called Fourier coefficients. So this is the derivation of the derivation of the polar form from the trigonometric expansion form. Here what we have done is, so basically we are considering m of t is a n cos n omega naught t plus b n sin n omega naught t. This is right hand side. So divide and multiply this right hand side by square root of a n square plus b n square, so that it will become equation number 5. Equation number 5. After that, an, bn and square root of an square plus bn square will form a right angle triangle with angle phi n. Okay. So from this right angle triangle, we can write the expressions for sin phi n and cos phi n. Sin phi n is opposite side by hypotenuse, that is bn by square root of an square plus bn square, and cos phi n is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So an by square root of an square plus bn square. So replace an by square root of an square plus bn square by cos phi n, and bn by square root of an square plus bn square by sin phi n. So this is in the form of cos ab plus sin cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. This is the formula for cos a minus b. Okay, so this one. So this Sn is replaced, square root of an square plus bn square is replaced by Sn, and this is cos a minus b. Okay, so and phi n is minus tan inverse of bn by an. So time domain form can be replaced by frequency domain form in the form of amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum. Amplitude spectrum is nothing but it is the spectrum between amplitude and frequency. Phase spectrum is nothing but it is the spectrum between phase angle and frequency. Now we will do some problems related to the Fourier expansion. So here the problem is given like this: draw the amplitude and phase spectra of time domain signal m of t, which is as shown like this. So m of t is represented from minus infinity to plus infinity like this, with a period, so 0 to 1, 1 to 2, minus 1 to 0, minus 2 to 0, like this. Okay, this expression is e power minus t. This is exponentially decaying function. This is exponentially decaying function. So first of all, we have to note the how much will be the time period here. So here time period is from 0 to 1. So with this time period, it will be repeated. Okay, from minus infinity to plus infinity. So here it is given as t naught. T naught is nothing but fundamental time period. Fundamental time period is given as 0 to 1, that is 1 second. Okay, time period is given as 1 second. And f naught is nothing but reciprocal of the time period, that is 1 by t naught, that is 1 by 1, that is 1 hertz. Frequency is measured in hertz. So time period is measured in seconds. First of all, we have to note the time period first. So time period equal to 1 second, so that frequency equal to 1 hertz. And omega naught, what is omega naught here? Angular frequency. How it is defined? Angular frequency omega naught equal to 2 pi into f naught. So f naught in this problem, f naught is given as 1 hertz. So angular frequency omega naught equals 2 pi f naught is 2 pi into 1, that is 2 pi radians. The units for angular frequency omega naught is radians. So the signal m of t can be mathematically represented over one period as m of t is given as e power minus t for period 0 to 1, 0 to 1. 0 is less than t is less than 1 plus 1. So it is equal to e power minus t for 0 is less than t is less than 1. Okay. So Fourier series expansion is given by, so m of t equal to a naught plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos n omega naught t plus b n sin n omega naught t. To sketch phase and amplitude spectra, we have to calculate. Okay, so for that we have to find out the Fourier quotients values. What are the Fourier quotient values? What are the Fourier quotients here? A naught, a n, and b n. Okay, a naught, a n, and b n. Okay, so we have to calculate a naught, a n, and b n. How to calculate a naught, a n, and b n? A naught can be calculated by using the formula 1 by t naught integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t et. Similarly, an and bn. See here, a naught is calculated by using the formula 1 by t naught integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t dt. What is t naught here? 1. T naught value is 1. T naught is initially how from where it is started? It is started from 0. Here the limits are 0 to 1. So this is t naught, and 1 is t naught plus t naught. So 0 to 1. So 0 to 0 plus 1, m of t is e power minus t into dt. So it is minus of e power minus t with the limits 0 and 1. So e power minus 1 minus of minus plus plus e power 0. So it is e power 0 is 1 and e power 1 minus e power minus 1. So by using the calculator, we can find out the value of e power minus 1. By subtracting the value of e power minus 1 from 1, we will get a naught value is 0.632. Okay, 0.632. So a naught, the Fourier quotient a naught can be calculated as 0.632. Next, we have to calculate the value of an. So how to calculate the value of an? An equal to 2 by t naught integral t naught to t naught m of t into cos n omega naught t dt. This is the formula for finding the quotient an. So 2 by t naught value is 1, integral 0 to 1, m of t value is e power minus t, cos n value is, cos omega naught value is 2 pi n. It's already calculated. 2 pi into n, that is 2 pi n into t into dt. So here we have to know the calculus, some integration formulas we have to remember here. So by knowing the uh, by recognizing the integration formulas, we will use the formula set here. So it is in the form of here integral 0 to 1 e power minus t cos 2 pi n t dt. It is in the form of integral e power ax cos bx dx. Okay. So integral e power ax cos bx dx. It is in the form of integral e power ax cos bx dx. So it is, its formula is e power ax by a square plus b square into a cos bx plus b sin bx. So the formula replace the formula in this expression. So it is an equal to 2 into e power minus t by a square plus b square. Here a square is minus 1 square and b square is 2 pi n. This is minus 1 e power minus at. Okay, cos bt, b value is 2 pi n. So a square plus b square into e power minus t cos 2 pi n t plus 2 pi n into sin 2 pi n t with the limits 0 and 1. 1. Okay, so this e power minus t can be multiplied with these terms, so it will become e minus of e power minus t into cos 2 pi n t plus 2 pi n into e power minus t into sin 2 pi n t with limits 0 and 1. So substitute the values of 1 and 0 at the place of t here. So we will get this expression. Okay, so we know that cos 2 pi n is 1, sin 2 pi n is 0. So substitute these values in the above expression. We will get 2 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square into minus of e power minus 1 plus 0 plus 1 minus 0. So it will become 1 minus e power minus 1. 1 minus e power minus 1 value is 0.632. So 2 into 0.632 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square. Okay, this is the Fourier quotient an. In the same manner, the Fourier quotient bn can be calculated as 2 by t naught integral t naught to t naught plus t naught m of t sine 2 pi n t dt. So it is also in the form of integral e power ax cos bx dx. So in the same manner, what we have done in the analysis of an, we will also do the same analysis in the uh, analysis of bn also, so that we will get 2 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square into 0 plus 2 pi n t power minus 1 plus 0 plus 2 pi n. Okay, this will become 4 pi n 4 pi n 4 pi n by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square into 1 plus e power minus 1, 1 minus e power minus 1. So 4 pi n into 1 minus e power minus 1 value is 0.632. So it is 4 pi n into 0.632 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square. So frequency domain representation of, so after calculating the Fourier coefficients a naught, an and bn, after calculating the Fourier coefficients a0, an and bn, we will substitute those values in the frequency domain representation of m of t, that is given by m of t equal to a0 plus sigma n equal to 1 to n an cos n omega naught t plus bn sin n omega naught t. So a0 value is 0.632, an value is 2 into 0.632 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square into cos n omega naught t, that is 2 pi nt, and bn value is 4 pi n into 0.632 by 1 plus 2 pi n whole square into sin n omega naught t. Omega naught is 2 pi here, so 2 pi into n into t. Okay, so for amplitude and phase spectrum, the compact form, this form can be this expansion form uh, can be converted into polar form, that is a compact form, that is m of t equal to s naught plus sigma n equal 1 to infinity Sn cos n omega naught t minus phi n, where S naught equal to an equal to 0.632, Sn is square root of an square plus bn square, this is an and this is bn, so square root of an square plus bn square, so that it will become a mod Sn will become this value 2 into 0.632 by square root of 1 plus 2 pi n whole square, and phi n is phase angle phi n is minus tan inverse bn by an. So this is bn and this is an, so bn by an will become minus tan inverse 2 pi n. So after calculating the values of Sn and phi n, we have to draw the amplitude spectrum and phase spectrum. For drawing the amplitude spectrum here, we have to create the tabular forms with the parameters n, omega, and mod Sn. N value is taken as 0, 1 to 3 like this, and omega is 2 pi n. Omega is nothing but 2 pi n. So 2 pi into 1, that is 2 pi, 2 pi into 2, that is 4 pi, 2 pi into 3, that is 6 pi. Sn value is 2 into 0.632 by square root of 1 plus 2 pi n, 2 pi n whole square. By substituting the values of omega means 2 pi n, so this is n value is 1. So by substituting these values at here, so we will get Sn values like this 0.468 and so on. Okay, and the same, so after getting these values, we will draw the spectrum, amplitude versus amplitude spectrum means amplitude versus frequency. Omega is the frequency, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, etc. Amplitude is this one, Sn, mod Sn, 0.468, 0.632 like this. So we will get the sequence like this. This is dt sequence like this. Okay. After creating this table, we will plot the graph between amplitude versus frequency like this. So this becomes amplitude spectrum or amplitude spectra. So in the same manner, we will draw the phase spectrum. We will phase spectrum is phi n is equal to minus tan inverse 2 pi n. 2 pi n is omega. So if it is 0, 2 pi n becomes 0. If it is 1, 2 pi. If it is 2, it is 4 pi. If it is 3, it is 6 pi. Like this, substitute this value at here, minus tan. First one is minus tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0 is 90, minus 90. Okay, next 2 pi minus tan inverse 2 pi minus tan inverse 4 pi minus tan inverse 6 pi. We will get the negative values here. So it is at 0, it is 0, tan 0 is 0. Okay, so at 0 we will get 0. This is a phase angle versus frequency. At 2 pi it is minus 80.9. At 3 pi it is somewhere at here. So like this we will get the sequence, phase spectrum sequence. So this is the complete problem of the frequency domain. Okay, first of all, we have to find out the Fourier quotients a0, an, and bn. After that, we will substitute these values in Fourier series expansion. After that, it will be converted into polar form, and we will find out the magnitude and phase angles mod Sn and mod phi n. So after that, we will draw the spectrums for amplitude as well as phase. Okay, then the problem will be completed. Okay, this is the problem related to trigonometric form of the Fourier series. Okay, is it clear? So this is the problem. First of all, initial step is we have to find out the time period. After that, frequency. After that, angular frequency. And then m of t form. M of t, then a naught, an, bn. Then substitute these values in m of t. Then find Sn and phi n. Then plot the graphs. Okay. So this is the entire problem. So in the so we will conclude this session today. In the next classes, we will do some other problems also related to same trigonometric form of the Fourier series. Okay.